Welcome to Cloudcast, where you get an inside look at St. Cloud, Florida's local government. Whether you live, work, or play here, we're bringing you the information you need to better understand your city. Cloudcast is hosted by our communications team, including Miriam Batchelder, Andrew Sullivan, Deborah Carson, and Jay B. Miller. Thanks for listening in to Cloudcast.
Well, welcome back to Cloudcast. I am Miriam Batchelder with the city's communications department, and I have with us today Jay B. Miller.
Hey, everybody.
And our special guests in studio are Stephanie Holtkamp from Parks and Recreation and David Bridle, who kind of runs all the big projects around the city. So welcome, David and Stephanie. Glad you guys are here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So we're here today to talk about a project that's near and dear to a lot of hearts in St. Cloud, and that is the improvements ongoing right now at our ball fields on 17th Street. So David, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about what's going on and kind of where we are in that process right now.
The project consists of 4 ball fields and 2 Little League fields. Right now, we're moving dirt, we're installing stormwater infrastructure, utilities, which include water and sewer and reclaim.
Now, I understand we're also adding some dugouts as part of this project and some restrooms. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're actually adding 2 restrooms. One is going to be at the main ball fields, and one is going to be at the Little Leagues ball fields, and then we're also adding dugouts to both as well.
Okay. And Stephanie, I know we were talking earlier, and you said that especially for the little kids, the restroom situation was kind of a problem, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when we have the two Little League fields or 2 T-ball fields, however you want, obviously those are our younger kids, and we all know when they have to go to the bathroom, they have to go to the bathroom.
They got to go right now.
They got to go right now. Well, there weren't restrooms in that area, and the closest one was quite far into the complex. So this will definitely help those little ones and people being able to utilize that area more.
They won't have to make the mad dash far away to the bathrooms.
Right.
Okay, there's going to be some happy 4- and 5-year-olds out there.
Very
get back
happy.
to the game
Awesome.
quicker.
Yeah, they get back to the game.
Very good, very good. As part of this project, is there going to be any improvements for parking at the facility?
Yeah, so one of the great points that Stephanie brought up, though we lost some parking while the project is actually going on, we're actually adding over 100 parking spaces, designated parking spaces, because before it was just an open field. People just kind of parked where they wanted, but now over 100 parking spaces are being added.
Okay, and those are paved or they're still like grass, but just designated parking?
Yeah, some are paved. The rest is going to be grass, but they'll actually have like wheel stops and everything incorporated.
Gotcha, okay. So a little more organized parking instead of all the chaos.
Yes.
We're trying to control the chaos, manage the chaos. Great.
Originally, there were 2.
Okay.
There were always 2 Little League ball fields.
Okay.
But we're increasing it to 4 large fields and improving the 2 Little League fields with lighting and fencing.
Okay, great.
Both sections.
Great. And this is Little League season. Spring has sprung here in Florida, although sometimes we're at 50 degrees and sometimes we're at 80. It's Florida in the springtime. But obviously, we're trying to do a major construction project there and still run a Little League program. Are we still able to have our ball games there, and how's all that working this year?
Yeah, absolutely. They're still having their ball games. They have games during the week, and the busiest day, obviously, is Saturday with games running throughout the day. It is a challenge for practicing, but we have other fields within the city that we allow practice at: Opie Johnson Park, Chisholm Park, Water Tower Park, just to name a few. And then we also have green space, larger tracts of green space that teams are more than welcome to go use in different parks throughout the city. Godwin Park, Chisholm Park, Opie Johnson Park has them.
Yes, and St. Cloud has a lot of parks. And
what's the count on the parks in town? Any idea how many parks we got? Round numbers?
13 parks. 13
okay,
parks.
all right. Well, that's
we got lots of green space.
Yes,
and it's nice that these teams are able then to practice in other fields, so everything's not happening there at the 17th Street complex. Are all the games played on 17th Street?
Yes, all the games are played at 17th Street. And that's a lot of games because the Little League current spring registration is 829 kids are enrolled in the program.
Wow.
So there are a lot of games happening throughout the week.
And how many teams is that?
That's got to be like 90 teams. Like how 800 and what? 20 something kids.
29.
Wow.
29
Okay.
kids.
Wow.
Wow.
That's got to be one of the biggest in the region.
I've
I
never
would
met that many
assume.
people in my life. So, well,
Yeah.
that's a lot of
I think
impressive.
50 kids in one place is a lot. So yeah, but again, that speaks well to the importance of that program in the city and the job that you and your team do.
Yeah.
Just recruiting and running a first class operation. So kudos to you guys for that. David, as far as the construction project, I know you said basically we're moving a lot of dirt around out there, and if you're out that way, you definitely see that. What's our timeline for construction? Is this going to be finished in time for next year's spring ball?
So we started the project back in October of last year, which would be 2024. The goal is to have it completed in spring of 2026, so it should be completed before that season begins, yes.
Excellent. So that's good news to a lot of Little League parents, I'm sure. I don't know if the kids care. Playing in dirt's a lot of fun when you're 8, right? So
Right.
And it's very important to Little League to have these additional fields because once these fields are built, they'll be able to have more fields, and the kids will not be out there till 10 o'clock at night on a school night. It will speed up the games. They'll be able to get home to do homework.
they'll be very excited about getting home to do homework. I know. But no, to your point, and I know we've heard in council meetings from parents and Little League reps who have come in, there's a lot of support in the town for this project. Parks and Rec is always a big piece of any city into making it a successful place and a place where people want to live and play. And so for this season, is there anything in particular that we need the parents and the coaches and the players to know and be aware of?
I wouldn't say so. I think everything's moving along pretty well. Stephanie and her team are doing a great job at having teams play at the other places and locations until this has been completed, but I don't see any hesitations or issues coming up.
Okay. We've still got plenty of parking and bathrooms and all that good stuff out there.
We did lose some parking during the construction phase, but as always, they're more than welcome to park across the DOT ditch and Wheel Park, which offers at least 100 additional parking spots. So, and then they can walk across the walking bridge. So it's right there.
Yeah, and that's a great point. There's a nice bridge there that you can walk over.
Yep.
And there is plenty of parking right there at Wheel Park, which also actually has just got a refurbishment.
Yes.
And so we've got a lot of improvements being made to our parks right now. So great things for families here in St. Cloud. How long does our Little League season go?
The spring season, they'll wind down about the middle to end of May.
Okay.
But then depending on if we're hosting any of the Lake District or state games, but that hasn't been determined. It won't be determined until later.
Sure. Okay.
I bet it'll become a destination once those new ball fields get built. I bet there's going to
Absolutely.
I
tournament
want to play all
ready.
the tournaments in St. Cloud, right? That's goals right there. Yeah.
For sure.
So, and just from a safety standpoint, of course, anytime there's construction going on, we want parents and the kids to be hyper vigilant and very aware,
Yes.
and just. In addition to the things that you normally need to look out for, which is traffic and cars backing up and stuff, we just remind parents and spectators to just be aware that things are a little different out there because of construction. It may look different today than it does 2 weeks from now when you're there. So just be very aware and remember that there's small kids out there and they're thinking about baseball and they're not thinking about traffic and vehicles. So just be extra cautious.
All right, I think that's a good point to bring up because as different things start happening on the ground, that things may change, the fence layout where the construction site may change a little bit. So yeah, that's a good point to be aware of ever changing things.
Yeah, with construction, you never know. And even, road
Yeah.
construction, you drive through there today and it's this way. And a week from now, you drive through like, wait, what am I
Everything
doing? This is
changed,
all
yeah.
different,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, all right.
And if the kids happen to hit it in a construction area, we just ask nicely that they leave it there. We are checking the area on a daily basis if there are any balls in the construction area, and we will definitely get them the balls back.
Gotcha. So if I hit a home run into a construction area, you're going to get that ball back from me.
Yes.
Have no worries. I will not hit a home run anywhere, even in Little League.
So
No, go
as
ahead.
a follow-up, that's a great point that anytime you want to check the status of a project, you can always check on the City of St. Cloud's website. And all of our CIP projects, capital improvement projects, are on there, and you can keep track of them. We update it monthly.
And that's a great point, David. Thank you for bringing that up. And to get to that capital improvement projects page on our website, when you go to our homepage, and it's just stcloudfl.gov, there's a link at the top that says, How do I? And you click on that, and you'll see Learn About. And right under Learn About, I think it's the first item on that list is capital projects, and that'll take you there. It's a real easy, user-friendly, interactive tool, and you can search for different projects. So you can learn about all kinds of projects going on in the city. Obviously, this one you'll find under the Parks and Recs, and you'll see the 17th Street Ballfield. So David updates that regularly, so it's always got new information. So if you're wondering, how much longer is this going to take or that going to take, that information is always available for you. So thanks for bringing that up, David.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm known for asking some hard-hitting questions from time to time about the projects and stuff. What's going on with the snack bar throughout all this?
Oh, that's the concession stand?
Yes.
The Little League concession stand will be open as normal.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there any thoughts of expanding the snack bar to accommodate the extra ball fields?
No, there are no plans, and as of right now, to expand the.
Darn it.
But during construction, we could still get fried pickles and Cracker Jacks. And
Oh,
things.
absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Hot
All right.
dogs,
All
all right. Jay, you good with fried
Yeah.
pickles? Okay.
Gatorade.
Yeah, I'll be good with that.
And I'll just throw this out. I'd never heard of fried pickles until my kids started playing Little League. And I'm like, what is that? So
If
I
you go
now
to the fair, everything is fried.
everything's
Yeah,
fried.
everything.
I also learned you
point,
can deep
David.
fry Oreos, and I don't know why you'd want to, but
Yeah.
that's a thing. So yeah, all right. All right. Well, thank you both for joining us today. I know, like we've talked about, this project is very important to a lot of people, as evidenced by 800 plus kids being
Yes.
in our Little League program. So thank you both for all the work that you're doing on this project for the kids and families in the community. And we look forward to having an update when we're closer to completion and kicking off a new season next spring in a brand new world-class facility.
Yes. Well, thank you for having us.
Everything of it.
Awesome.
That's it for this edition of Cloudcast. Don't forget to like, follow, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on Cloudcast.